So what is your title? What is my title? Right now, I just accept and embrace the title of grassroots activist.
Right.
And if you read again, the article from the Leadership Institute, they were talking about we win elections by who has more activists. And how do you find more activists? You find more activists through things like social media.
Yeah.
That determines the winner.
Right.
And a lot of people don't see it. And that's why I love the title of that article. I know it's from 2015, but that's not that long ago. But it talks about the real nature of politics. Now, that article was 2015. So, a lot of people had said, well, Obama won because of social media. Well, Twitter really helped Donald Trump, and he won people over through Twitter. Now, he was a little bit bombastic with his speech and all of that, but he used Twitter very effectively. Whether he was getting 100,000 people at a rally or what, it worked.
Yeah.
And us doing this video, Fraser, I really appreciate you so much putting videos like this out there, because we need content. Again, I'll bring up Laura Hall. I know I live in Alexandria. She lives in Arlington. But when we talk about the next election in the 8th district, that's Arlington and Alexandria. But, she didn't get her voice out enough. I had people at an election party. So I was with the candidate that ran for mayor, city council, and 2 of the delegates in Alexandria. And there was a lady said, I live in Laura Hall's district. I didn't know who she was until a week before the election.
Right.
But she now says she wants to run again, and that is encouraging. And I think just getting the trifecta elected, you have Youngkin, Miyares, and Winsome Sears elected, that no one thought that was going to be possible either.
Absolutely.
But I truly attribute a lot of that to getting Northern Virginia, getting delegates, and the people that the delegates got in their sphere of influence, what I like to call it, they got people to the polls, and those numbers worked up ballot to bring Youngkin to the head of the ticket. And I love the way it worked, because I was never an activist up until 3 years ago. Of course, I couldn't be an activist. I was active duty military. So the Hatch Act applied to me, which limits me from leading or being very active in political activities. Alexandria and Arlington, there are a lot of government federal employees that have to abide by the Hatch Act, again, that limits their involvement in leading or being very visible in political activities. But I'm not going to name some of those names, but I would tell you that election party that we had, election night on 2 November, it was at a federal employee's house. So in the past 3 years, since I've been growing in my political activities, we had about 4 fundraisers at an active duty military guy's house. He stayed in the background.
Right.
We did our thing, but he opened up his doors to let us run that meet and greet or that fundraiser at his house. So if we just had people kind of look at their spheres of influence and look at and ask themselves, what can I do to help the party?
Right.
What can I do to help my political philosophy? And whether it's, a meet and greet in your house, standing on a street corner with a political sign, it doesn't really matter. You just can't just talk about it with your mom and dad or your son and daughter or your aunt and uncle over the phone. You have to get out and meet other people and expand that sphere of influence.